How's it going, everyone? This is James and welcome back for more Pokemon Emerald. Last episode we took on Roxanne of the Rustboro City gym and we had a flawless victory because of a certain Pokemon, which is Apricot, and also Apricot evolved from that flawless victory. Now, on today's episode, we are actually going to be going to Dewford town in order to deliver a letter to a man called Steven. And after that, we're going to be going to Slateport and also delivering the Devon goods to whoever. So, yeah. Also, May is here. I'm going to go ahead and talk to her. Oh, hi, James. You had a match call feature put on your Pokénav. Let's register each other so we can contact one another anytime. Yay, fun. Oh, by the way, I passed Mr. Briny in Bellberg Woods. I guess he's on his way home to his cottage by the sea. How's your Pokédex coming along? It's going terribly. Mine's looking pretty decent, so how about a little bout? No. Oh, what's the matter? Haven't you caught or raised your Pokemon very much? That's not very good for a trainer. Shut up. I know what you have. May has a Torkoal waiting for me every time. He's like, I'm not dealing with that. I will fight her in a future episode. I don't know if it's going to be maybe next episode or the episode after, but if I can, I will. But her having a Torkoal is a really bothersome situation, and I'd rather not deal with it as of now. I fought you, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Also, not too interested in that. So anyways, yeah, I don't know what else to say. But going in here, we have Mr. Briny playing with Pico. But hey, I'm gonna stop you right there, sir. Hold on, lass. Wait up, Pico. You're James. You saved my darling Pico. We owe so much to you. What's that? You want to sail with me? You have a letter bound for Dewford and a package for Slateport, then. Quite the busy life you must lead. But certainly, what you're asking is no problem at all. You've come to the right man. We'll set sail for Dewford. Yes, let's go right ahead. Dewford it is, then. Anchors ahoy. Away, whatever. Pico, we're setting sail, my darling. And here we go. Beep. Beep. Oh, James. Where are you now? It sounds windy wherever you are. I just heard from Devon's Mr. Stone about your Pokénav, so I decided to give you a call. It sounds like you're doing fine, so that's fine with me. You take care now. Click. And we got our dad on the Pokénav. And we made it to Dewford Town. Ahoy, we've hit land in Dewford. I suppose you're off to deliver that letter to, who was it now, Steven? Yes, sir. Now when it comes to Steven, where he is at right now, he's not in the town. He's actually in a nearby cave, which we'll get into. But Dewford Town is something that you actually gotta think here, that Dewford Town does not have a Pokemart, so you can't really buy stuff here. Dewford is a tiny island community. If something gets trendy here, everyone picks up on it right away. Yeah, that's not really interesting. I don't know why I'm going in here. I already healed. But let's just go ahead and go up north, actually. And we're going to be going to Route 106. I'm actually going to go over the Pokemon that you can actually catch here with a fishing rod. Actually, let me go get a fishing rod in order to how to get that. Let's go talk to this guy real quick. This is a renowned fishing spot. Are you getting the itch to fish? Yes, sir. I hear you, and I like what you're saying. I'll give you one of my fishing rods. It's a crappy old rod. And as an added bonus, I'll even throw in a little fishing advice. First you want to face the water, then use the rod. Focus your mind. If you got a bite, pull on the rod. Sometimes you can snack something immediately, but with bigger catches, you need to time the pulls on your rod to haul them in. Yeah, okay, cool. It's pretty simple, don't worry about it. But now going over Route 106 encounters with the fishing rod. Alright, so the first Pokemon you'd be fishing up would be a Tentacool. Now, in my honest opinion, I feel like Tentacool gets like slept on a lot because like is a really common encounter when it comes to surfing and all that kind of stuff. But when you're fishing, it's only a 30% chance to actually find this Pokemon in most bodies of water. But I will say, Tentacool is a really good special defender. With some decent speed and special attack, it can be a really good Pokemon to have as a water type. Now, since its attack is not the best, it can't really utilize its poison type moves. However, Tentacool as a water poison type can, well, not completely negate grass type Pokemon, but it can get rid of those grass type Pokemon that is really bothering your team if you don't have a fire type or a flying type. I will say though, that Tentacool can be affected by ground type moves, especially if the ground type Pokemon is faster than its Tentacool. It's not always the case, but if there is a ground type Pokemon that is faster than Tentacool, then that Tentacool is probably going to be in trouble because of its defenses not being the best in the world. So, in all honesty, when it comes to Tentacool, it can be a really nice Pokemon to have as a special defender, and it can be a counter when it comes to grass type Pokemon, actually. Now, the next Pokemon is going to be Magikarp. Magikarp is one of the weakest Pokemon in the world. However, most people catch Magikarp because you can get a Gyarados at level 20. And around this point in time in the, in the game, you'd be around maybe level 20 or getting close to level 20. So Magikarp is actually a pretty nice Pokemon to catch and also train up. The only problem is that Magikarp doesn't have a lot of moves to defend itself with. It has Flail and Tackle. It learns Tackle at level 15, and if memory serves me right, level 20 is when it actually learns Flail. If it's not that, then, well, I probably guessed it wrong. But the thing is, Tackle and Flail are not the best in the world, especially with Magikarp's abysmal attack. However, it's a really fast Pokemon, well, not really fast Pokemon, but it's a fast Pokemon nonetheless, and you can probably use Magikarp in a way where it's like, oh, I can take everyone down with Flail and just go on from there. But it's not really recommended. I recommend just catching it, putting it in the bag, get an experience share, because we do get an experience share pretty soon in the game. So I kind of recommend to just try to go for a Gyarados in order to, have a really strong water/flying type Pokemon in the game or on your team, or just a really good attacker in general. So yeah, if you want a water type, if you want like a water type that specializes in water type moves, I mean Gyarados is not a bad choice, but I feel like Gyarados is more of a just like a in general good attacker, and that's it. But a lot of people like Gyarados either from its attack or from its ability Intimidate. So whatever you like when it comes to Gyarados, it's a really nice Pokemon to choose from. Alright, with that out of the way, all these fishermen, I don't think they're... Yeah, okay, cool. Well, of course they're not required, so I'll be fighting them in a later points in time, but right there you get Stardust, and right here you get a Pokeball. Yeah, I know my stuff. I know where items are. Call me the human metal detector. Anyways, let's not fight these guys, and let's go right into Granite Cave. Now, the first Pokemon is going to be Zubat. Now, Zubat is a very fast Pokemon, especially when it fully evolves into a Crobat. However, its defenses are just not there, and if you want a Zubat just to fight Brawly, then it's not a bad choice, but I recommend evolving it to level 22 as a Golbat and then taking it to the gym battle. Especially because, you'll be, maybe around 4 levels higher, 3 levels higher? 4 to 3 or somewhere around there. And you would most likely learn a pretty decent flying type move, such as Wing Attack. But other than that, as a Zubat, you don't really have a lot of moves to work with. I know you have Astonish, I know you have Leech Life, but other than that, you don't really have a lot to work with as a Zubat. Other than that, Zubat has a quad resistance to fighting, so there's another reason to actually bring it to the gym battle. But there is another Pokemon that is actually better to choose from, but it's a little bit harder to catch. But we will get there soon enough. However, I will say that the Zubat line, especially Crobat, is a really nice Pokemon to have, because it's one of the fastest Pokemon in the game. Just beating it is going to be an Electrode, and you don't really find a lot of Electrodes as trainer battles or anything like that. And we will be getting to a Voltorb sooner or later in the game. But it's due to that quad resistance to fighting, it's a really nice Pokemon to have on the team if you just need some type coverage. So yeah, Zubat's not as bad as you would think it would be. It's just going to be a little hard to train up due to its defenses. Now the next Pokemon is going to be Geodude. Geodude has a lot of defense, however, it's not going to be really useful in the fighting type gym because it's weak to fighting due to its rock typing. But I will also say that the special defense is not the best in the world. If you ever see a water type or a grass type, I would recommend switching out immediately because of its speed, and most of the Pokemon is going to outspeed the Geodude/Graveler/Golem. So yeah, it's not the best when it comes down to that. But when it comes to a rock type or a ground type, it's as best as you would think it would be. And also its attack stat is not that bad when it comes to its typing and all that. It's one of those Pokemon where it's like you gotta sacrifice speed in order, you know, just have some good attack and defense. And if you know what to do with a Geodude slash Graveler slash Golem, then you're pretty much good to go when it comes to this kind of Pokemon. It's just there. It's just there. If you want it, then go ahead and get it. I will say that getting a Golem, you do need to trade with someone in order to obtain a Golem. And given that Pokemon Emerald is a really old game, unless you know someone that has a really old game like that, I don't think you'll be able to get a Golem. And Graveler's pretty, it's pretty average. You don't really get a lot of use when it comes to Graveler. So it really just matters, like, if you have a friend to trade with, then you can actually get some pretty good mileage off a Golem if you know what to do with it. So now this next Pokemon is going to be Nosepass. Now, you cannot find Nosepass in regular means by just walking around in the cave and actually finding this Pokemon. You actually need to do Rock Smash on the rocks that are on basement floor 2. Other than that, Nosepass is not really worth it just going back to catch a Nosepass. It's mainly just like a utility Pokemon, if anything. It has good defense, has good special defense, but attack and special attack is not the best in the world, and its HP is not the best in the world. I don't really recommend Nosepass as a utility Pokemon anyways. There's other Pokemon that are actually pretty good, but if you do want to actually use this Pokemon as a utility, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, you could actually get worse Pokemon. I think it's just an average basic Pokemon. I do believe it getting a Probopass as an evolution in Gen 4 is actually a good buff, especially when Eviolite in Gen 5 comes into play. But we are in Gen 3, so none of that even matters. Again, Nosepass, pretty average. Not really recommended for the gym battle coming up, but if you do want to use this Pokemon, I recommend using it as a utility Pokemon. If memory serves me correct, you can actually put Thunder Wave on this Pokemon. You can actually put Block on as well. It's like a natural move learning move. And, you know, you can just go to town from there. Other than that, I can't really think of anything else that you can use for this Nosepass. So, you know, it's basically your creativity at work, you know, just to see what you can do with this Nosepass to actually make it great. Now, the next Pokemon is going to be Mawile. It's the first Steel-type Pokemon you actually find. Well, one of the first Steel-type Pokemon you actually find is Pure Steel. In Gen 6, it becomes a Steel Fairy-type, but again, doesn't matter in this generation. It's just Pure Steel. I don't really have a lot to say about this Mawile. This Mawile, in my honest opinion, I feel like it's only good to maybe counter Dragon-type Pokemon, which you'll find later on into the game. But other than that, it's just there. I mean, there's really no other reason to catch this Pokemon unless you just like the design of it. I know there's like multiple Pokemon in the franchises. It's just there. If you like it, you can catch it. If you don't like it, well, okay. But like, Mawile is, in my honest opinion, it's just there. It's just there. And it's not good to have in a fighting type gym. So it's not a really good choice for it. And I don't think it actually gets any mileage on any of the gym battles whatsoever. Maybe something in the flying type gym, and possibly I feel like Mawile has a lot more use in the later gym battles, such as the 6th, 7th, and possibly 8th gym battle. And it gets a mileage in the Elite Four battle, one of them, actually. Actually, two of them. It actually gets some mileage on 2 of the Elite Four battles. But other than that, I don't really see Mawile just being used as much as a lot of people like to use it, especially with its catch rate just being like a little bit lower than everyone else's in the cave. But again, I might be just insane, and maybe a lot of people like this Pokemon, and I should probably be in an asylum, but I don't know. I will also say that you can only catch this in Pokemon Ruby, so if you're playing Pokemon Emerald or Sapphire, you're not going to be able to find this Pokemon. But what you will be finding is going to be Sableye. And in my honest opinion, I feel like Sableye is one of the best Pokemon when it comes to the 2 in Granite Cave. Compared with Mawile, Sableye has a really unique typing, which is Dark and Ghost, and until Gen 6 of the introduction of Fairy-type Pokemon, Sableye did not have a weakness whatsoever. The only other Pokemon that did not have a weakness before Gen 6 would be, if I can remember the name, Spiritomb. And Spiritomb, in my opinion, is a lot better than Sableye. But the thing is about Sableye, Brawly has no way in countering Sableye whatsoever. I do believe in the video as well, I did explain, well, not explain, or I did like think about or speculate that
Brawly might have Foresight, and that can negate my Ghost type advantage. However, upon further research, Brawly does not have a Pokemon that learns Foresight. So, because of this, Sableye is the best choice to actually bring to Brawly. If you are going to have a really bad time with Brawly, I highly recommend just getting a Sableye. Even if you're just going to use that Sableye for the second gym, you can just use it. It has Nightshade, and it has... Nightshade. it's just... The Nightshade, if you don't know what Nightshade does, it takes away a certain percentage of health, such as my Sableye is level 12, it will take 12 HP from the opponent. So that can negate also bulk up and other like stat raising moves on the opponent Pokemon. Or not get rid of it, but it ignores the stat changes. So with that, if Brawly is doing bulk up so many times, then I can just revert to Nightshade and just not even care about the stat changes. Sableye is a really good choice for Brawly. Now, when it comes to everything else, when it comes to Sableye, like I said, it has no weakness. But Sableye does not evolve whatsoever. So, you get what you get what you work with. But I honestly think that Sableye is a better choice than Mawile. Now, moving on, it's going to be Makuhita. Makuhita is a pure fighting type Pokemon, and don't really have a lot to say about this one. It has a lot of HP and a lot of attack. I think that's what makes it a little special right then and there. Other than that, it's just pretty good. You gotta like remember as well as like its speed is not the best in the world, so just be expected to go last like every single time you know fight someone. It does have moves such as like Vital Throw, where you would have to move second anyways. So like Vital Throw is like pretty nice to have. And, you know, like, just for example, like in Gen 4, I keep on bringing up other gens, but like in Gen 4, there can be moves like Payback that can be really beneficial for Makuhita slash Hariyama, and it can be a really nice move to actually have. Just mind you that its special defense and defense is not the best, but the HP actually makes it a little bit bearable to actually use when it comes down to, you know, actual attacks. So if you want a fighting type Pokemon and you don't want to get Machop because of that trading, because of the trading evolution, then you can definitely go to Hariyama and actually deal some good damage with a Hariyama. And the last Pokemon is going to be Aron. Aron is one of the fan favorites of Granite Cave. I think a lot of people just go to Granite Cave and just like catch this Pokemon. I could be wrong. I could just be me. But Aron is a Steel Rock type Pokemon. Not the best in the world when it comes to the Brawly fight, but if you want a Steel Rock type Pokemon, or if you just want a Pokemon that has a diverse moveset, or has a better moveset, or anything like that, then I do recommend Aron, the Aron line, over Mawile. Mawile, like I said, is just there if you just want something different. But in my experience with Aron, Aron is a really good Pokemon to work for, to work up to. Even though it evolves pretty late, like level 32, and then level 42, level 42. The payoff is really nice because when you get an Aggron, you have a really good defense and really good attack. The only thing you need to worry about is just like maybe some water type moves and whatnot. So if you want a Pokemon like that, then definitely go for the Aron line. It's a really nice Pokemon to get.
Spooky. Hey man, how you doing? Hey you. It gets awfully dark ahead. It'll be tough trying to explore. That guy who came by earlier, Steven I think it was, he knew how to use Flash, so he ought to be alright, but... Well, for us hikers, helping out those that we meet is our motto. Here you go. I'll pass this on to you. So we get an HMO5, which is Flash. Teach that a hidden move Flash to a Pokemon and use it. It lights up even the inky darkness of caves. But to use it, you need the gym badge from Dewford's Pokemon Gym. Well, the thing is, when it comes to Flash, it is not required. Flash is one of those moves, like, if you know the layout of the floors and all that, it's really not necessary. And we get a little Makuhita, so it's like the first fighting type Pokemon we'd actually be getting, but I'm not looking for a Makuhita, no sir. I have my sights on a other certain Pokemon, and I don't even know what floor to find it on because I did no research whatsoever. I think it was like B1-2. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself. Don't worry about that. There's a certain Pokemon I want to find, and I don't know if it's this place or not, but going back to the Flash little rant, if you know the layout of the floors, you really don't need to worry about Flash, and if you get lost, you know, just follow my lead, you will be fine, don't worry about it. It's basically a lot to the, it's basically try to go as right as possible, and maybe go left as possible, and, you know, just get there, I guess. And also, here's another place where you can actually find Abra. Okay, thanks. No, you can't run away. I can run away. That's all you did. Okay, cool. Thanks, Abra. Really appreciate it, man. Waste my time more. Going up here, get more encounters. I'm just like showing these encounters just a little bit because there's a certain, like I said, there's a certain Pokemon I want to find. It's not Aron, even though a lot of people do like this Pokemon because of the Steel Rock type, I guess. But it also evolves into like the final evolution, which is like Aggron. And everyone loves that Pokemon. It has a really good defense. Over here, actually, you get an Everstone. So you can put that on a Pokemon that if you just don't want it to evolve and you don't want to be bothered with all the evolution scenes that you get every time you level up. So it's good for Torchic. It's good for any Pokemon that is just evolves by level up or anything like that. I don't really see the benefit of doing that. But if it's more like favoritism. If you like a Pokemon to be like what it is now, then go right ahead. But I am planning on evolving Torchic into a Combuskin and so forth because I don't want to hold myself back. There he is. Sableye. This is a Pokemon I pretty much on a whim decide, hey, I'm gonna catch this Pokemon. And also, I realized something. I don't want to kill this thing because it's like a 20% chance of finding this Pokemon, but I still had a hard time trying to find it. I don't know why, but you know. But Sableye has a really unique typing. My God, Embers, you need to stop that. But it has a really unique typing, which is Ghost and Dark. In this generation, there's no typing that can actually take that out. So I'm actually gonna just go for a Pokeball and just hope for the best. See how this goes. If it doesn't go well, I'll use a Great Ball. But yeah, oh well. Actually, I'll keep on using Pokeballs. It's completely fine. But Sableye is a really nice Pokemon when it comes to typing. But other than that, it's pretty okay. It's like, since it doesn't have any weaknesses, you can just send it out on any Pokemon and just be a little bit confident. And I cannot catch this thing apparently. And it has Nightshade, which is always a fun thing to use. But yeah, I feel like Sableye and also Shed Ninja, okay, I'm not catching this, are really unique Pokemon because of the typing, and also Shed Ninja's ability, which is a Wonder Guard. But just imagine Sableye with Wonder Guard. I feel like Sableye can also learn Skill Swap and just go on from there, and it can be a really broken Pokemon. But the only other Pokemon that has like Dark and Ghost typing before Gen 6 was actually, oh, there goes Oranberry. I might actually use a Great Ball. Was Spiritomb, and that was in Gen 4. And Spiritomb is a little just out of the way when it comes to catching Pokemon, so yeah, there's that. Other than that, I'm gonna keep on trying to catch Sableye. I don't really have any type, how should I say, typings that would, okay, there you go. I used a Great Ball and caught Sableye. I was running out of things to talk about because I was hoping the Sableye would be easy to catch, but now the Sableye was actually being a little bit of a nuisance. So Sableye, the darkness Pokemon, it digs branching holes in the caves using its sharp claws in search of food. Raw gems. Ugh. A Sableye lurks in darkness and it is seen only rarely. Give a nickname to capture Sableye? Sure, I'll definitely give that a good nickname. Give me 1 second. Alright, so I got the name. Sableye's nickname is gonna be Hierophant. Or Hierophant, if you want to be like that. Oh wow, it's actually quirky. That's nice. I think quirky is just like no ability, no like stat changes whatsoever when it comes to that. So that's cool. I think Hierophant's gonna be a really good addition to the party. Actually, it's gonna be really nice. I'm actually gonna heal you now because that critical hit Ember really did hit hard, huh? Let's see here. Do I have any potions? Yes, I do. Let's go ahead and give you some. And there you go. Alright, now let's get on going here. So we're almost out, well not almost out, but we're almost through Granite Cave when it comes to just getting stuff done. And okay. So I've actually been thinking about... Okay, wait, hold on. Give me a second. Let's talk to you. My name is Steven. I'm interested in rare stones, so I travel here and there. Oh, a letter for me. Yes, a letter. Okay, thank you. You went through all this trouble just to deliver that? I need to thank you. Let me see. I'll give you this TM. It contains my favorite move, Steel Wing. We get TM47, Steel Wing. Your Pokemon appear quite capable. If you keep training, you could even become champion of the Pokemon League one day. That's what I think. I know, since we've gotten to know each other, let's register one another in our Pokénavs. And we got Steven in our Pokénav. Now, I've got to hurry along. Okay. But, okay, thank you. Okay, I guess I'll just talk a little bit more. But when it comes to, pretty much the second gym leader, I was actually thinking about maybe Sableye could be a really good Pokemon to actually have in the team. However, there are certain Pokemon that know Foresight. And if you don't know what Foresight is is a move that can actually let you attack Ghost-type Pokemon if you are using a normal or Fighting-type move. Or at the very least, Foresight can actually make sure that you actually hit your moves. So it can be kind of scary when it comes down to that. So yeah, I wasn't really thinking about that when I was actually, thinking about catching Sableye, but I was actually thinking about it while I was trying to encounter it. And at the end of the day, I was like, oh, I'm already trying to find Sableye, I might as well catch it. And it's a good Pokemon to actually have on the team when it comes to like normal situations. But when Foresight is actually active, it can become a little bit problematic. So at the very least, I'll go into gym and actually fight one trainer because again, all the trainers have like one typing, or at the very least, it goes by a theme, and this gym goes by a fighting theme. So there is that. I might actually lose a little bit. Maybe I'm probably lose that one trainer battle because I did not train whatsoever because I am not that good of a trainer. So let's get Hierophant in front and let's go. Let's just go see how the gym is. We're not going to be fighting the gym leader. I just want to see how I can fight, basically. Hey, how's it going, Champion Bound James? Dewford's gym leader Brawly commenced fighting type Pokemon. Going against him with normal type Pokemon is asking for trouble. Fighting Pokemon will lay a serious smackdown on normal Pokemon, so be careful. What's worse, the gym is as dark as the ocean floor, but it will get brighter after defeating the trainers in your way. Hey, okay, go for it. Alright, so just want to fight one trainer. Just want to fight one trainer. That's all I need. There you are. So let's go ahead and test this out. Don't you dare brush me off. It's not my fault if you cry. Cry about it. The thing is, when it comes to fighting type Pokemon, they can't actually counter ghost type Pokemon. Like ghost type Pokemon can hit them. So let's give the good old Nightshade a try. I don't know if Meditite actually knows a Psychic type move. Actually, even if it does, it's not gonna hit me because I'm part Dark. So let's go ahead and go. Okay, well, that's cool. If you don't know what Detect is, it's basically like Protect, and it voices a turn, I guess, but whatever. Okay, Meditite's going for a attack raise, but that's completely okay. I do believe that Meditite doesn't know anything that would actually hit me unless it knows Foresight, then yeah. But it looks like it's just doing Meditate because that's all it can actually do. So there's that, and all we can do is just Nightshade a bunch of times and just go on from there. What's really good when it comes to ghost type moves is ghost type moves are physical in this gen, I do believe. And okay, I guess I can only just do those 2 times in a row or whatever, or it can just do Meditate and also Detect. But ghost types are physical, and I don't really think. Well, I do think that Hierophant is good for attack, so we got that going, and you're going to do that for the last turn. That's great. But yeah, it looks like Hierophant's good, but I do have to keep in mind of Foresight as a move itself, because Brawly's Makahita might know Foresight. This is going off by the fact that I didn't look up the moveset as of yet, but I do believe his Makahita knows Foresight, and that can actually become a game changer when it comes to anything, basically. Wow, I lost. Yeah, cry about it. But that is basically it with me just testing out Hierophant, just seeing how everything is. But that's not going to be the same result when it comes to fighting Brawly. I do believe his Machop also knows Foresight too, so I got to be careful with that. I actually need to really plan accordingly when it comes to that. I think my main thing I'm going to be doing is I'm probably just going to be switching out to Embers and just going up from there. I don't know. That's that's all I can think of. I'm probably not even prepared to fight Brawly at this moment in time. However, when it comes to Brawly, we can actually skip him, and you know, we can fight him at a later point in the game. We can actually like fight all the other gym leaders and then come back to Brawly and fight him. Let's go to Slateport now because we got one more thing to do before we actually end the episode off. And let's go. And between episodes as well, I'm actually going to be training my Pokemon and, you know, like getting to an actual reasonable level because we're all like level 15 with Hierophant being level 11 now. So yeah, it's a pretty weird situation. Ahoy, we made a land to Slateport. I suppose you're going to visit Captain Stern and deliver the Devon goods? Yes, sir. I'm gonna try to avoid as many trainers as possible because I don't really want to fight them. I will fight them off camera. And we're at Slateport. Nice. Hello, friend. How are you doing? Recently, a battle tent was built in Slateport. Gyms are fun, but the battle tent's awesome in its own way. You should find tough Pokemon for the battle tent. That's pretty interesting. Well, we won't go over that as of now. We got that happening. Let's go in here. Stern Shipyard. Wanted. A sailor capable of sailing in all currents. Let's go ahead and go in. Let's talk to this guy right here. If this goes here and that goes there, then where does this thing go? And what about this doohickey? I can't make heads or tails of this. Hi, I'm Doc. Captain Stern commissioned me to design a Fury. Oh, that there. Are the Devon goods? But this won't do. Captain Stern went off somewhere and he said he had some work to do. Could I get you to go find Captain Stern and deliver that to him? Okay, so he wasn't Captain Stern. We actually gotta go find him. He's not even in the building, actually. He is actually in the museum. And we saw a line of Team Aqua Grunts trying to get in there and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's that. Let's go ahead and heal and then I'll actually go over to the museum. Alright, the museum's just over here. What do you have to say? When I was a child, I visited the museum often. I used to dream about the mysteries of the sea after seeing the exhibits. Well, crazy. The endless sea sustains all life. Oceanic Museum. Let's go ahead and go in here. Hello, hello. Welcome to the Oceanic Museum. The entrance fee is $50. Would you like to enter? Sure, why not? Please enjoy yourself. I'll try to. Ow, what are you doing here? Me, I'm the Team Aqua Grunt you thumped before, remember? Back in Rustboro Tunnel? Here, take this. You have to forgive me. TM46. That TM, it suits you more than it does me. I hope I never see you again. Alright, it's really hard to tell like who we met and who we didn't meet. So yeah, that's pretty interesting in a way. But other than that, I do believe there's really nothing else that we can actually do here. These guys are not battles as far as I know. So let's actually go up. And hey, look at that. There is a guy there that is standing all alone and not being out of place whatsoever. Let's see here. I'm actually going to switch out Apricot because there is a battle coming up. It's not too bad, but, you know, just be careful. You never know. Yes, if you're looking for Stern, that would be me. Ah, those must be the parts I ordered from Mr. Stone of Devon. Thank you. That's great. We can prepare for our expedition now. Hold it. We'll take those parts. What? Who are you people? We're Team Aqua. Our boss wants those parts. Shut your yap and fork them over. And we get to battle Team Aqua once again. Team Aqua Grunts. Let's see what you have. You have a Carvana, one of the Pokemon we have not seen yet in this game. When it comes to Carvana, one of its unique abilities actually is rough skin. I don't think any other Pokemon knows rough skin. I believe. I'm not too sure. I'm not good at stuff. But basically, direct contact with Carvana means you will take damage. So it's best not to take damage. Go ahead and take this out. Hopefully just one go. Yes, one go. There you go. Carvana's gone. But you can see here, Carvana is level 15. Yeah, the game is going up in levels. But that is just because we're not been really fighting all the trainers that we've been finding here. But Apricot's level 16, doesn't learn a move. Sag. But that's completely fine. Ah, kid beat me. Yeah, that's kind of sad. Oh man, what a disaster. The boss is going to be furious. You sniveling wimp. Let me take care of this, and then we go for another battle. Fortunately for us, we did not take any damage from that Carvana, so this is basically the first battle, if we really want to be technical with it. But this time, he's going to be having a Zubat, one of the first Zubats we've actually seen when it comes to a trainer. Zubats are kind of awkward. I'm actually going to be switching out to Embers because Apricot can actually get taken down by Leech Alive that the Zubat has. But the Zubat also has Supersonic, so there's also that we got to be careful with. Alright, it's not very effective, so that's why I switched out in the first place. But that Leech Life is quad weak to Apricot, and it can be a real problem. And also Astonish, which has a chance of Flinch Main, which it didn't do. Thank you. But you can definitely see the weakness of my team right now. It's level 15, everyone's level 15 except for Hierophant, which is level 11. I've been saying this so many times on my team each week, oh, woe is me, but again, next episode, I'm definitely going to be fixing that. So, yeah. Alright, no flinch. That is good. And there you go. Zubat's gone. And I've realized in my other Let's Play, Pokemon Crystal, I actually put my game onto set. And I think I said in the first episode of this, I decided not to do that. Because I just want to change it up. I've been playing Pokemon games on set for a long time. I kind of just want to set it as, you know, just like if I want to switch and whatnot. So we have another Carvana, level 14. I think the other one was actually level 15. So this one's going to be a little bit easier. But that doesn't mean we're going to take this out one shot. Maybe we're just going to get like 2 times here and that's it. And no, not 2 times. We get 3 times. That's good. Carvana's gone. Apricot has 264. Did not getting a level up, but that's completely fine. What? I lost 2? Yes, you did. Cry about it. Now what? If we don't get those parts, we're in for it. I didn't count on being meddled with by some meddling kid. I came to see what was taking so long to snatch some parts, and you simps are held up by a mere child. We are Team Aqua, and we love the sea. And I am Team Aqua's leader, Archie. What makes you interfere with us? No, you can't be. You're not one of Team Magma. Wait, that can't be right. You're not dressed for the part. Pokemon people, all life depends on the sea. So Team Aqua is dedicated to the expansion of the sea. Don't you agree? What we are doing is a magnificent undertaking. Fine. You're still too young to understand our noble objective. But I warn you, don't even consider interfering with our plans again. The consequences will cost you dearly. And don't you forget it. Okay. I'm gonna memory hold that, by the way. Okay, you're James. Anyways, that was a tense situation. Thank you for saving us. Oh yes, I almost forgot that you even brought the parts from Devon. And there you go. Oops, there's no time to lose. We have to set out on our ocean floor expedition real soon. Thanks again, but now I've got to go. Feel free to wander around and check our facilities, though. And we get healed up. That's nice. Thank you. You saved me some time. Now we can go around and check all the exhibits here and there, but I'm not going to pay attention whatsoever. I'm going to leave this place and never look at it ever again. Goodbye! Now, okay, I forgot this happened. Huh? I'm sure I met you somewhere before. Have I introduced myself to you? If not, my name's Scott. I just saw Team Aqua run away from here like they were stung. Let me guess, you drove them away? Maybe, just maybe, this trainer. Alright, I think you're going to become a good friend. So let's register each other in our Pokénavs. And we get Scott. Register this Scott person in the Pokénav, by the way. What I like to do is tag along with you, but I do want to keep an eye on the talents of other people too. So I'll be off to roam other towns a bit more. Be seeing you, James. Alright, bye. Alright, now, with that out of the way, I think this is a good time to just end off the episode here. Next time, we're going to try our hand back in Dewford and try that gym after I get everyone up to a, higher level. I don't think it's going to be level 21 or anything like that. It's probably going to be around level 17 or something. But, yeah, it's going to be a pretty interesting fight. I'm probably going to lose to Brawly, and I'm probably going to cry about it, but the fact that we can actually skip Brawly is actually a blessing in disguise, and we don't really have to worry too much about that gym battle. But, yeah. Thank you so much for watching. and I will see you guys next time.